Hey guys, it's your boy Kevin Smith. It's your boy Kevin Smith, guys. So if you get okay guys, today I'm just gonna do this. But if you're new if you're new in this video, actually, if you're new watching this video, please subscribe and like before we go and dive into the video. Right here, it's right here. The video we need to just dive into quickly. It's nothing else. It's nothing else, guys. Today I'm not even in a good mood, so shit. I'm not in a good mood, so that's why I'm watching horror stories. Let's do this. We're watching the 2 creepy horror stories sent by Kelvin again. Kelvin sends it. So now I don't want Kevin to be sending a lot of videos to me. Just gonna change it, put it into a new recast, and try my best. Let's do this. So keep on doing this. Okay, guys. Okay, let's get do this quick. I just need to fix this thing. Something's wrong. Just gonna fix it. Okay. Story 1. Story 1.
Around 6:30 in the evening, Samara reached her destination. As she stepped her foot outside the car, the view surrounding her amazed her mind. Tall, dark mountains were all around her. At the foothill of these mountains, the gigantic old mansion stood like a dark fairy tale.
Guys, grab your snacks right now. I have my snacks here. I got them. It's my mini. I got the ice cream mini. It's right here, guys. Let's go. I'm just having it here. It's deliciously informed that I love it. Okay, Dan just was busy with my
phone. The setting
phone.
reminded her of the tales of Count Dracula. The exquisite artistry of Romanian architecture attracts Samara like nothing else.
Yeah?
She started to take out her bags from the car just when the huge iron gate of the mansion opened and a man came walking to her.
Okay.
Hello, you must be Miss Willis. I am Daniel. It is me with whom you talked over the phone. Samara guessed the manager of such a mansion would be an old person, but Daniel was a young, handsome man. She took her bags and said, "Call me Samara," and started walking towards the mansion. Daniel smiled and accompanied her inside the mansion. The mansion was 10 times grander from the inside. The large hallways and corridors were filled with vast oil paintings and expansive decorations.
Ooh.
A counter stood next to the door, which finally gave the impression that this is a hotel. An old guy was standing on the counter. Daniel went to him and said, "Give the keys to Miss Willis's room." The man handed over a metal key with room number 104. She then followed Daniel upstairs, and another man came who carried her bags.
This guy knows how to narrate.
That the mansion has many
guys, this guy
rooms.
knows how to narrate, guys. This guy is basically talented in this narrating of his. He is a narrator, guys. I'm even enjoying the story of him talking.
Divided into 4 tiers. They have finished renovating only the ground floor and the first floor. The second and third floor are right now out of use. But Samara can take a look for her research, but she might find a few rooms locked for maintenance purposes. Room 34 was at the end of the corridor. Daniel unlocked the room with the key, and the hotel staff put Samara's bags near the bed and left. The room is unique on its own. There was a soft white bed, a couch near the glass window that gave a view of the hills. Samara turned to Daniel and said, "I'm already loving this place." Daniel smiled back and told her the dinner will be ready around 8:30 p.m.
8:30,
The hotel staff will come to notify her when it's ready. Samara locked her door.
Please
and
subscribe,
lied on the
guys.
bed.
It's down there.
She was mesmerized by the view around her. The mansion was glamorous and mysterious at the same time. Around 8:15, the hotel staff came and told Samara that dinner is ready. While Samara walked down the stairs, she noticed 3 people were sitting at the dinner table. One is Daniel, and the other 2 people are the man at the counter and the hotel staff. Daniel smiled and said, "We don't have many guests right now. Actually, we were planning to open this from the next month after the complete renovation.
Okay.
But due to your research work, we are amazed to have you here." Samara smiled and sat at the table. They all started eating. The food was tasty, but Samara felt a bit weird. She noticed apart from Daniel, the 2 other men.
Guys, grab your snacks right now
After
and
the
put them
dinner,
in your mouth.
Samara wished Daniel good night
I'm
and
enjoying
went to
this.
her room. The hotel staff didn't speak a word all
This
this
mini
time.
ice
But
cream.
when Samara was about to close the door of her room, the man came to her door and said in a low voice, "Have a good
Mini
night's
lemon.
sleep, madam. Please, stay in your room at night. Otherwise,
Get
you might
lost.
get lost in the dark." A sense of unknown fear grabbed Samara's hand.
What if she wants to go to the
She
toilet?
felt that something is actually weird here. Due to the tiresome journey of the whole day, Samara couldn't think anymore. Also, she has to get up early to study the mansion for her research work. Deep sleep came down to her as she laid on the soft bed. Late at night, Samara woke up from her slumber. She felt very thirsty, but as she went to drink from the jar near the bed, she noticed it was empty.
Okay.
She looked at her phone.
Wait.
It was 2 a.m. at night.
Come on.
Samara opened the door and came out. The corridor was
What?
dark. Only the moonlight
They
showed
told
her
you
the
not to
way.
get out of the room.
Samara
Get
came
lost
down the
at night.
stairs.
But
She took a jug from the dining table and without any more delay, walked to her room. Just when she was entering the room, her senses all woke up. A sweet melodious sound captured the mansion. It took a few seconds to realize that the sound was coming from a harp. Someone was playing harp in this huge mansion? That too, at this hour of night. Samara was shocked, but the sound felt so attractive, as if it were calling her to follow it. Samara started to walk upstairs,
this
following the
Samara's
sound.
stupid.
As she
Well, not
reached
to
the
go
second
anywhere,
floor,
but
she
look at her
realized
now.
the
Wait.
sound is coming from the end of the corridor. The second floor was completely empty. The harp kept playing. Samara was almost at the end of the hallway, and she noticed the sound was coming from the last room. The room number was 303.
303.
Daniel said
Then the other one
there
was
was no
304?
one else in this hotel. Then who is living in this room? Just when the question came to Samara's mind, her curiosity increased. She knocked on the door and said, "Who's there?" The sound stopped
What is
immediately.
wrong with her?
Suddenly, the atmosphere around
Why?
her
What is wrong
too
with her?
quiet.
Why is she just going to
Samara
people's
twisted the
rooms
doorknob, but found it was locked from the
and just
inside.
like knocks who's
The
there?
silence around her started to frighten her.
Yeah. Who told you to get out of there?
More time. She quickly got into her room and locked the door. She didn't hear any sound the entire night. The next morning, a cleaning lady came to her room. Samara was all set to get to her work. While taking her notebook and writing supplies, she asked the small, middle-aged woman, "Do you know who stays in 303? But the reaction she got was totally unexpected. The cleaning lady got terrified of her question. Her face turned pale, and drops of sweat appeared on her forehead. She said, I don't know, madam." Then she began to clean her room. The sudden change in her behavior after hearing about room 303 made Samara even more curious about that room. But she
Come
didn't
on.
say anything and left for her work. The mansion was filled with instances of Romanian artwork. Samara was standing in the garden and inspecting the garden fountain just when she heard a familiar voice. "How's your work going so far, Miss Willis?" Daniel came to her with a big smile. Samara said that she's loving it already. She then asked Daniel in a hesitated voice, Don't mind me asking, but is there anyone living in room 303? Daniel replied with a surprised face. Room 303? No. But why would you go there? We already told you it's out of use for maintenance purposes. Samara felt embarrassed for wandering around in this private property at night. She
I
answered.
told you to
humble
stay
voice.
one place.
Actually, last night I went to the dining hall to get water. Just then I heard someone playing a harp. I followed the sound and discovered it was coming from room 303 on the second floor. I just got curious because you told me there was no one else living here. Daniel hesitated too and said, yes. I told you the truth. No one lives in room 303. Old mansions like this sometimes resonate with many types of sound. I am sure it was something like that, what you heard last night. So, enjoy your stay, Miss Willis.
Why are they not telling her
Daniel's
the
words
truth?
made
What if
Samara
this,
realize
like someone
that he
died in
didn't at all
there?
like the incident
Someone
of
that
last
liked
night.
playing a
But
flute
Samara couldn't
and died in
understand
there.
why everyone is acting so
flute.
mysterious about this room. So
Yeah.
she has to know what exactly happened there. Samara decided to check this room again tonight. Her gut feeling told her that these people here are definitely hiding something from her. At dinner, Daniel didn't say a word to her. The other two people ate quietly as well. As Samara finished her meal and started to walk upstairs, she saw Daniel say to the hotel staff, "Take a jug of water to Miss Willis's room. Hope she will have no reason to wander around the empty hall tonight," and then gave her an angry look and left. Samara became even more stubborn now. After the hotel staff left the jug in her room, she locked the door and switched off the light and started to wait silently. Tonight,
Please subscribe,
is the
guys.
night. Samara will
Subscribe.
find out what's the matter with this room 303. Around 2:30 a.m., she came out of her holding a candle in hand. The mansion was completely silent. Only the whooshing sound of the rusty wind outside was echoing in the hallways. She tiptoed to the second floor and reached near room 303. As she twisted the doorknob, the door opened with a creaking sound. How strange. The door was unlocked tonight. Samara entered the room. The room was freezing cold. There was a large window in the room which had no glass on it. A cold wind was coming from the window by blowing its dirty curtain away. The moonlight from the window and the candlelight on Samara's hand made the room look very spooky. She noticed this room is just like her room, but it had only one difference. An old wooden harp stood in
She
the middle
finally
of the
got to
room.
open the way.
The harp seemed unused for a very long time, as the thick dust all over it had the actual color of the instrument. Samara went to the window and looked outside. The dark mountains were standing in front of her eyes. There was nothing much she could find, so she thought to go back into her room. Just then, a heavy wind came and blew out her candle.
Yes.
Suddenly, she heard a chuckling sound. She quickly turned towards
What
the
the
door
hell?
and saw a tall strumming the chords with her creepy long fingers. The moonlight fell on her face. Her eyes were wide as if she could.
Guys, I just almost broke my bones. I almost broke my chair here because of this creepy woman. Because of this creepy woman here. I almost broke my bones too because of this creepy woman here. The creepy woman here. I want to show you guys this creepy woman. This woman. This woman creeped the hell out of me, man. She creeped the hell out of me. She freaking creeped the hell out of me. I was not expecting to expect what I expected.